Hello, how can I help you today? You need a present for your girlfriend? Okay, well, you've certainly come to the right place. I think that every woman appreciates getting a new perfume or a new fragrance, and we do have a lot of Valentine's specials going on right now, especially since Valentine's Day is just passed. We have a few scents that are on sale. So would you like to look at those? Sure, okay. So first, I have to ask you so your girlfriend, what kind of scent do you see her wearing? What do you think fits her the best? Okay, so she really likes sweet smelling kind of things. Okay, perfect. Alright. Well, this first fragrance that I have to show you it's by a Coach, and it's Coach Poppy. And it's a really kind of a light fragrance at first. When you first smell it, it smells really light and kind of floral and pretty, but there's also some undertones of some deeper kind of rich, sweet undertones of vanilla and things like that. So it's a really, really good kind of layered fragrance. It just has a lot of different undertones and overtones of different smells, so there's a lot going on in here. And because it is by Coach, it is one of the more expensive, but it's definitely something to consider. Coach is a well-known brand. The second one I have, this perfume I actually own myself. This is what I wear. It's probably my favorite in the store. This is called Angel, and it's by a designer. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it's right here on the side of the bottle. You can see it there. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not even going to try because I don't want to make a fool of myself, but it's a French designer, and he came up with this scent called Angel. And he also has a couple of other scents out. There's one called Alien and another one called Womanity, and they both smell really good, but Angel is my personal favorite. And it is a chocolate-based fragrance, which sounds really strange to have like a chocolate perfume, but it's just wonderful. Really, really beautiful smell. It's chocolate-based, but it doesn't come out smelling right away like chocolate. Like, you don't smell it and think, oh, that's chocolate, or oh, that's vanilla, you know. It's very subtle, and it's a chocolate base mixed with a musk smell. So it's very sultry and just really, really inviting. It's something that I love to smell, which obviously is why I wear it. And my boyfriend really likes it too. So, of course, after I tell you about these, you're welcome to sample any of them that you want. There's some little paper strips right over here. So just, any of them that you want to smell, just take a little strip and spray it. You can smell it for yourself. But I would highly recommend Angel. And if nothing else, the bottle's just very pretty. This star-shaped bottle is lovely. And it is flat on the back here, so you can lay it down like this. It's not just gonna sit up awkwardly. It does lay down like that, so highly, highly recommend this one. This next one is also by a pretty well-known brand. This is Juicy Couture, and this fragrance is just called Juicy. It's very, very light and fresh, very fresh fragrance, but also very sweet. So it's kind of like, oh, how would I describe it? smelling a very sweet smelling flower, like a lily or daisy. So it's like a floral scent, but also very sweet. So it's hard to describe. You may just have to smell it for yourself, but I like it a lot. Obviously this is a much smaller bottle than the other two, so this one would be less expensive than the other two, but you also get less perfume in this little bottle. Juicy Couture is another really well-known brand. And this, surprisingly, for it being a designer brand, it's not a terribly expensive perfume, but it does smell really nice, and it comes in this really pretty little bottle with this little jeweled fancy cap here. And it has, if you can see, the Juicy Couture label on the front of the bottle. Alright. This next one that I have is in a what's called a roller form instead of a spray, so it's really, really good for travel. This fragrance is by Estee Lauder, and it's called Sensuous Nude, which is kind of a funny name, but you can smell it just like this. And you see the little roller ball there at the end. So how you put this on is, I can show you. You take it and turn it up like this so that the fragrance is at the bottom, and just roll it around on your skin. And there's this little ball that rolls around, and the fragrance gets deposited on your skin that way. So you'd roll it around on your wrist, and then you can dab it on your wrist, dab it on your neck, on your chest, whatever she likes to do with her perfume. But it's really great for travel because it being in this little tiny bottle, it can fit in any kind of makeup carrier or anything like that, and it's much less likely to spill. You don't have to worry about it spilling or breaking because the glass in this little travel bottle is really thick, and the little roller ball is not going to come out, and the cap screws on like this, which is a lot tighter of a fit than, say, like with the Coach, how it just pops off. That's much more likely to spill in a suitcase or something, and the Angel doesn't have a cap at all. So this makes this little roller form much better for travel. We do, I believe, have some rollers in the Coach scent, but not in the other two. So that's something to consider. But anyway, about this fragrance, it's by Estee Lauder, so another pretty well-known beauty brand. It is a very, very rich and very sensual fragrance, which is why it's called sensuous. Very deep, warm undertones of vanilla and musk, and just a really deep and beautiful fragrance. The way that it smells makes me think of like a deep, dark velvet purple. That sounds kind of funny that a smell would remind me of a color, but it does. It reminds me of a deep, dark purple velvet, like a blanket or a coat or something. It's just that kind of rich, warm, feminine smell to it. So definitely one to keep in mind. And these next two are in very tiny, tiny, small little bottles, but that's because they are our samples. And we've sold a lot of these, and so we may have some big bottles in the back, or we may have to order them for you, but at the very least you can smell our samples. This one is also by Estee Lauder, very, very popular brand, and it's called Pleasures. It's a very happy fragrance. That's how I would describe this one. It's very happy. Floral, kind of sparkling, light, makes you think of dancing in a field of daisies. I'm sorry if my descriptions are a little bit silly, but it's hard to describe scents and fragrances, so sometimes you have to get a little creative with your description. But yeah, so this is just a very happy, very light scent, very flirty, and very popular. This scent has been around for several years, and we've not stopped selling them. People are still buying this scent. It's a good scent. I think that people like wearing scents and perfumes that make them happy. So it's definitely a good one. And like I said, we may have some in the back. I can check if you decide you want to get this one, or if we don't, I would be happy to place an order for you and we'd have it in the next couple days. Alright, we've come to our last one, is also in a sample bottle. This is called Lo Lieh Sugared Pastille. And the name of this particular fragrance, the Sugared Pastille is a line of fragrances. The name of this particular fragrance is called Wish. It's in this itty bitty little bottle with these little bumblebees. I don't know if you can see them, they're very, very small. But, yeah, it's very tiny. Not as well known of a brand or a fragrance line here as, say, the Estee Lauder or the Couture, but still very good, extremely sweet. Of all of these fragrances, I would say this is probably the sweetest smelling one. Calling it a sugared pastille is very appropriate. It does smell like sugar, like a little pastry or, you know, something like that. And it's, I don't really know how else to describe it other than sweet and sugary. It's very nice, a very nice fragrance, especially since you said that sweet smells was something that your girlfriend likes or something that you think fits her. This is most definitely one to consider. It's very sweet, very sugary, and I am fairly sure I remember seeing a bigger bottle of this in the stock room, so I could definitely check on that for you. But yeah, so these are the options that you have. The Lo Lieh Sugary Pastille, the Estee Lauder Pleasures, Estee Lauder Sensuous Nude, Juicy Couture, Coach Poppy, or the Angel. So, these are the ones that we have on sale right now as part of our post-Valentine's Day sale. And which one of these do you think fits your girlfriend the best? If you need to smell any of them a second time, or want me to remind you what I said about each of them, anything like that, just let me know. You think you're gonna go with the Angel? You're torn between the Angel and the Sensuous. Okay. Well, one thing to consider is we do have the Angel in the large bottle. We don't have the Sensuous in a large bottle right now. We only have the travel rollers. So I guess that's one thing to think about if you want to get her the travel size or the big size. You can order the large size of the Sensuous if you like. Oh, okay. So you already got her a necklace and you were looking for some perfume to go with it. I see. In that case, I think that the travel roller would be a great choice to go with the necklace. A little travel perfume would be lovely. You think so too? Do you guys travel a lot, you and her? You do? That's great. This would be perfect. So you're gonna get this one? Alright, great. If you want, I can go ahead and ring you up, and then you can take this over to the gift counter and have them wrap it for you and give you a nice pretty package. Sounds good? Okay, let's just head over to the cash register and I'll ring you up. Or I'll get a new one out of the back. Obviously this is the tester and a lot of people have used it, so you want to give her a fresh one, but I'll go get that and I'll meet you over at the register, which is right over there. Alright. Thank you. I'm glad I could help. I hope your girlfriend enjoys her present. Alright, I'll meet you at the register.